morning, Vernon. It's Saturday morning, April 10th, and I thought I'd share some of the great things that are going on in the Vernon schools. So let's take a look at some of the amazing things, and then let's talk about our Spring Forward program that is happening on Monday. First things first, last week, two of our terrific art students were honored. Will Toll in grade 12 won third place in digital photography for this wonderful shot. Not sure, Will, whether it's over Highland Lakes or not, but it's a beautiful picture. And then Patience Heavy with Are They Good Memories? And Patience, of course, won a Montserrat College of Art scholarship for $20,000 a year for the BFA program. So congratulations to both of them. Really good stuff. There were 14 high schools participating in the Walk Hill Art Show. 5 middle schools, and there was 4 judges from art schools and from universities. So Melody Buccieri from Glen Meadow received third place for Sensory Garden Mushrooms, which is a picture I think I've showed you in weeks past, and then Bill and Patience as well. So congratulations to all of our artists. We're very, very proud of you. We had COVID testing at the high school on March 31st. I want to thank everyone who was involved with that. Particularly Mr. Wallach at the high school, the head of our RPOs. Mr. Wallach is responsible for security in the community, and he did a great job with this testing. I believe there was 32 people who were tested that day, and as we see COVID numbers in the county and the state and concerns, it's a very good idea that if you haven't been tested, that you get tested. So this was free testing offered by the high school, part of our community outreach to make sure all of our folks are safe. So congratulations to all who were involved in that, and thank you for coming if you came. This is the second time that we've done testing at the high school. Mr. Shea sent me this, I think last week. One of our vendors was donating PPE packages to the schools. AG Parts is a place that we order parts from for repairing our Chromebooks. And they donated over $1,000 of automated sanitizer dispensers, sanitizer refills, masks, gloves, wipes, and much more. And Jim Conti up at the high school, our lead custodian, was assisting in distributing those out at the high school. So thanks to Jim and thanks to Matt. And most of all, thanks to AG Parts for their continued support of our school district. The Allied Health CTE program, now each one of the CTE programs has an after-school club that they're responsible to. So if the students are in the CTE, then they have to be in the after-school club. So the after-school club for the Allied Health CTE is called HOSA, which is Health Occupation Student Association. And they have a competition every year. And Nadine Yamant and Mia Annunziata competed in the first aid and the CPR, and it was a virtual competition. And they finished overall in the entire state in second place. So congratulations to both of them. What a terrific thing. And this is a fantastic program. So I just wanted to thank Ms. Winters and Mr. Berg and Ms. Emmerich for their hard work, not only with this competition, but with this great program. The high school has 8 CTE programs, and of course, Allied Health is one of them. So terrific job. Here are the top results from the polar bear meets. Now, we had indoor track competing outdoors, as I laughingly told you the other day. So let's see if I can move my picture a little bit just to make sure we get all the names in. All right. So on March 30th, the distance medley, Christian Ventimilla, Zach Mountain, Jack Foco, and Sean Broderick finished in second place. Distance medley is usually 200, 400, 800, and the mile, but I'm not sure if it's still the same as it was years ago when I was running. And then the 400 meters, Zach Mountain finished in third. Nice time, Zach. And Sean Broderick finished in sixth. Good job. Diego Torres finished third in the 55 high hurdles. Not an easy race. Good job, Mr. Torres. And then in the 800 meter, Christian Ventimiglia finished fourth. And in the shot, Alyssa Vandelinda finished in first. So, Alyssa, congratulations on that shot put win on March 30th in a meet that had many schools involved. Usually with track, you have these invitationals in which many other teams show up. And then on March 27th, which was earlier, Sean finished third. Marianne Kova Gomez finished fifth in the 400 meter. Sean Broderick sixth in the 200 meter. Christian won the 800 meter with a 2:05, which is a terrific time. Christian, that was a race I used to run, and that's a terrific time indoors. And Zach, congratulations on second, another terrific time indoors. And then Dylan Barker finished fifth, and Chris Wynn finished seventh. So it looks like we have quite an 800 team. Put all those guys together for a medley, and we're going to be doing really well. And then the 4x400, Mountain, Broderick, Evanek, and Lubeck. Great job, guys. And then Alyssa, second place in the shot. So it looks like our track team is off to a great start with the indoor meets, which were ironically outdoors. So great job to everyone involved, and Coach Saganik as well, and all the coaches involved. Okay. And there's a picture of the indoor track team outdoors. So again, I love this. And considering the spring we're having, it's going to be great to be outside as well. All right, Christian Ventimiglia has been selected from a very talented pool of applicants to participate in the summer's Governor School Engineering Technology at Rutgers. So Christian, not only being a great runner, but is also involved in the engineering program. And he's going to be at the Rutgers University School of Engineering this summer for the Governor School. Governor School is a very, very selective program. So Christian, congratulations on that as a Governor Scholar. I wish you the best of luck, sir. Women in Leadership Conference. It was a very interesting day. I want to thank Dr. Anderson up at the high school. She identified some students that should see these great women in leadership and made sure that they went to a meeting area in the high school and got to meet and talk with these people. But I mean, as you can see, there was important women from all sectors of life in this area, from the prosecutor's office to a mayor, to someone who runs a medical center, government affairs, and Warren County Commissioner, and Tammy Horsfeld, who I've worked with on different virtual meetings. She's the president of the Sussex County Chamber of Commerce. And then the Bergen County Commissioner, Mariam Morso. So congratulations to our young women who saw these great ladies and got a sense of what their future can and should and will look like. So nice job all around. Thank you, Dr. Anderson, for making sure our young ladies see and hear these terrific women. I wanted to thank Mrs. Stokel. Mrs. Stokel retired as of April 1st from the Vernon school system. Ms. Stokel has been here for a very long time. And I wanted to thank her for all her years as a teacher and as a supervisor. She was the K through 12 supervisor of English language arts, and then responsible for the preschool program in Vernon Township. So I wanted to wish her the best of luck with all that she does in the future. But Karen, thank you very much for your days and years and wonderful effort in the Vernon School District. Mayor Burrell. Mayor Burrell says, send over the artwork, and we sent it over. So there's second grade artwork over there from Rolling Hills, and Mayor Burrell, of course, posed before the bulletin board that they put together at Town Hall. And of course, we sent third grade artwork over there as well. You can't see as much of the third grade, but I did show you some in the last podcast of the wonderful things that the kids did. But it's all about spring and Easter and the holidays and all the things that are going on. So good job. Good job, Mayor Burrell, as always. Okay, difficult discussion, but I wanted to have it and be honest with everyone. Last Wednesday at the high school, there were certain teachers that had called out, and there was some concern that we were having what you would call a sick out over concerns of health and safety at the high school, but I want to assure everyone in Vernon that it was not a large group of teachers. There are many, many, many dedicated teachers throughout the district and in the high school, and this is very important to point out, who were there on Wednesday. Yes, we did have a certain amount of teachers out. Some were out who have been out for days because of illness or because they are quarantined, but there are others that were out. We did our very level best to cover everything. Some of us taught classes. Our superintendent came over and monitored lunches. Our administration was everywhere doing everything they could, and our students were getting the best that we had to offer from an administrative point of view and also from a sort of a pitch-in point of view. But I did want to admit that this was a day of concern at the high school, and it's now over. And again, to all the teachers who were here on Wednesday, which was the vast majority of every teacher we have in Vernon, I want to thank you for being there and thank you for your continued support of our students. We are here for our students and we are here for our community. And I want you to know that the vast majority of people were there for those reasons. So just wanted to clear the air on that one. But again, I enjoyed working with some of the students and being in their classrooms and talking with them. We have great young people in our district, and it was a pleasure to teach them that day. As we look forward to Monday, I wanted everyone to know that we have done a lot of work with outdoor spaces so that we can use them during the week and particularly in the lunches as our weather becomes better. We're going to have our windows open. We're going to have ventilation throughout the buildings. We're going to make sure the outdoor spaces are done, and we're going to make sure that all the PPEs, the masks, the shields, and everything will be in place for Monday. So I went around yesterday to take a look at some of the sites that have been created. And I want to thank the custodians. And I particularly want to thank Mr. Storms for all of his efforts with this, because Mr. Storms basically went to a company that used to do all rentals for parties. And because they were getting rid of that portion of their business, we were able to purchase the tents very, very inexpensively and through the CARES grant money. So that we will have tents up in various schools and also outdoor spaces created with picnic tables and other tables as well. So this is Rolling Hills. This is a beautiful area of Rolling Hills right outside their library. So as you can see on the left, all the picnic tables, and this is the garden area where they grow their food crops for science classes and their classes, but also the area where the students will be able to enjoy outdoor fresh air. And of course, the cherry blossoms are blooming because we've had a wonderful week of weather. Here are Glen Meadows outdoor spaces, and here are the tents that I was just making reference to. Thanks to everyone at Glen Meadow and the custodial staff there, Mike Chastain and everyone, and of course, Miss Gebhardt and Dr. Kosak. These are the areas where the students will have either classes or lunch or just a space for some fresh air. So that's what it looks like at the front of Glen Meadow. On the left there is Glen Meadow's seating area for lunches. You can see the tables that have been purchased and also the tent. So our students will have plenty of fresh air in the next 10 weeks as we move through the final stage of this 2021 COVID year. And then on the right, that's the scene outside the high school where the students will eat as well. As you can see, Mr. Demsak, Dr. Anderson, and Ms. Van Orden have done a wonderful job of making sure there was benches. You can see those along the wall there. And then, of course, the picnic tables and then the tents that were set up by Mr. Storms and his folks, Mr. Conti and his team up at the high school. So all of them are marked properly, worried about space, making sure there's plenty of fresh air for our students. So all of that is in place, folks, as of yesterday afternoon. This is what it looks like from other angles. And of course, the cafeteria, as you can see, those desks are in the cafeteria set up 6 feet apart so students can eat indoors as well safely. So I just wanted everybody to be aware of all the things that we are doing in order to make sure that we are ready. Considering that this is yesterday afternoon, the last bits that were being put in. This is Mr. Shea and his team, and they were putting screens in Glen Meadow to make sure our teachers had every possible feature in their classroom. His team was at work getting rid of the garbage after it was all over, recycling the cardboard. And this was yesterday afternoon, somewhere around, I want to say 3 o'clock or so. So great job, Mr. Shea and his team. I think that's Mr. Van Giltz there with the styrofoam over his head. Mr. Van Giltz is the one who's responsible every week for putting this video out, making sure everyone gets it. So thanks, guys. Terrific job. Okay, that's it. We'll see you on Monday. We look forward to seeing as many students as possible and hope that it's a successful week as we move through the last marking period of 2021. I wish everyone the best and hope to see you on Monday. Take care.